So reality is, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Very few are willing to do what's required, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday is a challenge. I think the way that we practice, the approach that we take today was, it was a tough practice. There was opportunity out there to develop intangibles. And we were talking to the team a little bit about every individual player on our team, and really the people throughout the organization. We're all in a little bit different place. And I think the key is that each individual player, whether you just showed up here or you've been here for 6 years, you're competing against your best. I think something that's, maybe it's hard for people to comprehend. Nobody wants to do it more than they want to do. Does that make sense? I mean, there's no fan, there's no alumni, there's no one that has worked hard as these players have worked, right? And there's no one that's worked as hard as this staff has worked. No one wants to perform and be at their best and be loyal and do their job for their team than the players and the staff, okay? And I think we like to say, hey, we view things from our lens, right? And our expectation and our standard is more demanding than anyone on the outside, right? And I think that's an important piece here. And look, with some of the things that happened in that game, criticism is well deserved, right? I mean, I think for me, those are the things that, we're very aware of that. I think our players, they want to do better. I mean, there's not one individual out there that's just like, hey, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's important for people to understand that. So they wake up on Sunday most weeks, and there's some things that they could have done better. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But reality is, no one wants it more than those players do. And they're hard at work to try to do it better. The struggle there is that I don't necessarily know that those things had showed up in a practice setting, if that makes sense. But listen, discipline, everything matters, right? I don't necessarily think it's one individual thing. I think maybe it's a reflection of a lot of things, right? So a lot of this is game day, I don't want to use the word anxiety, but there's an element of that to it, right? First game, on the road, difficult environment. I wish I could tell you that, hey, maybe those things have been an issue. In scrimmage settings, we played pretty clean. We've done a ton of work with crowd noise, but ultimately, as a coach, if we go to the park and we play clean football, you can live with some things, but those are the things that keep you up at night, right? So we want to try to eliminate any mistakes that are totally under our control, and those certainly were.